Okay, fight fans and fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Check me out on thefightcity.com, Google+, Twitter, and YouTube. So, as usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what went down in combat sports. However, this being an end-of-year episode, I just wanted to give you an overall summary. Now, I could sit here and talk to you about particular events, fighters, or even showdowns that went down in 2014 that were remarkable. However, to me, the biggest pieces of news, and the most important piece of news, was a law being changed. That's right, an embargo. President Barack Obama is going to be lifting the embargo on Cuba. This means huge things. If we go back in the years past, we've missed out on some tremendous fighters because of this embargo. I will give you guys, as a historical basis, Teofilo Stevenson as an example. The goddamn guy was a three-time world amateur champion, three-time Pan American gold champion, and three-time Olympic gold medalist. I mean, the guy was phenomenal. They even threw down $5 million to this Cuban who probably never even seen $100,000 in his life. They threw down $5 million in front of this guy to fight Ali, and he didn't take it. His response, and this is golden if you look it up, what's $5 million compared to 8 million Cubans? Well, he kept his loyalty, and, well, the boxing world never actually found out if he was the greatest fighter of all time. However, this being in the past and the future looking promising, I will say this. Great things will come from Cuba doing this, and, well, from the States doing this, actually, and hopefully Cuba slowly progresses into the boxing world with the rest of us. Now, I will say this. They do have a big hotbed of talent over there, but it's not just boxing. They have a small groundswell of MMA. You'd be surprised what these kids are doing over there. And now that with just a little bit of money, who knows what these guys are going to be able to do. Two notable mentions before I close out on this topic. Junior welterweight sensation Ronnie Iglesias. Look into this kid. Gold medalist from the Olympics, phenomenal. Bantamweight Robesi Ramirez. Look into this kid. The little guys always put on better shows. It's just a fact. Look into this kid. I predict in a year or two you're going to be seeing them on your TV screen. So, other news in 2014 that I thought was pertinent. Well, obviously Oscar De La Hoya putting down his past worries and making peace with Bob Arum and HBO, causing the influx between HBO and Showtime to increase, which is, although some people are upset that because of this divide, there is a couple fights that we're not get to see happen. However, the fact that Showtime and HBO are both competing to get our attention is always good for the sport. Now, I will say this. Another upsurgence of 2014 was Al Heyman continuing to extend his reach. Now, the latest news from this man is that he's going to conclude a deal that a lot of guys have been trying to do. Ever since Don King in the 70s, people have been trying to put cable TV and boxing together. Now, it seems that Al Heyman and NBC are in talks. If he pulls this off, that'll be the biggest story of 2015. Three notable mentions in the promotional world I want to mention. 2014 saw the rise of Mike Tyson's Iron Mike Productions, Rock Nation with Jay-Z, and even 50 Cent's promotional company. New blood is always good. Now, I don't know if a couple years from now these guys are still going to be in the game, because it is a very tough game to be in. However, I do see great things happening just from the mere fact that this new blood was allowed to live. So, basically, the last thing I wanted to close out on is a couple disappointments for me. Basically, Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. They were supposed to be the kings of 2014, showed so much promise. However, their choice in opponents and even timing of fights was never actually great, so we never got to see what we wanted. However, the two standouts that took their places, Bud Crawford and Nicholas Walters. Bud Crawford seized the day when everyone counted him out, and Nicholas Walters batted two great fights out of something that nobody even thought he could do. Now, if you get a chance, look into these two young men, because they knew how to take an opportunity, and 2015 is looking great for both of them. So that's it for me. Make sure you check out my other shows, Fight Week Roundup and Fight Week Rundown on my YouTube channel. Hit me up on Twitter. Check out thefightcity.com. I'll see you guys next week.